Hi, I want to tell you a little bit about how I usually do my healing sessions, just to give you a little more information so you could be prepared. I have been around a lot of healers in my day, and I've learned a lot by observing them and even doing sessions with them. I've learned things that I don't want to do um, and things that I really do want to do. And as I've been very, very prayerful in counseling with God to help me know how I am meant to fulfill and use my healing gifts on this earth, I've decided that I really want to be the type of person to hold the right kind of space for you to heal and learn and grow, and be able to tap into your own healing gifts. And so my job is to kind of stay out of the way and allow the revelation and the right guidance to come through and not get stuck in certain systems or programs or tools. I have a lot of tools in my pocket, and my goal is to tune in to know and understand what you need in each session. So each session is very unique and very individual, and that's when the magic happens. So we will get to work together to learn what needs to come up or what needs to be done or what action needs to happen. So some of the tools I use that tend to come up a lot are visualizations, being able to use your mind and see things with your, some people call it third eye, but see things in your mind. And as we go through a visualization process, and that can show up for several different reasons, but there are two things that generally happen. One is that you choose to see something. Maybe we'll be led to see yourself on a path. So you visualize that path. But along that path, certain things might show up for you, and we will be encouraged to open up to receive that piece of information. And that information is usually symbolic or it's just direct. While we're going through this process, we're creating and visualizing and choosing, and we're also opening up to receive information, revelation, ideas. And of course, our intention is to receive things from God, receive them in truth. And if something shows up to say, oh, you can't see something, or can't hear, or can't figure it out, there is a resistance that's showing up. And that's okay, because it helps us to know what's being blocked. And sometimes we get to learn what's causing that interference. So the whole visualization is a really amazing tool to use, to not only discover, but in the background, it's helping things heal and realign with truth and reprogram. So it's really fun. There might be some energy in the body that's stuck and needs to move, and we can do that. There might be something physically going on in one of your organs or on the inside or outside of your body. And if that's important, we will be led to that to know what to do about it, or at least take a step. Maybe there are some emotions that have been stuck for a long time, or even just recently. We will tap into the subconscious and the conscious. And it's not like we're digging into your private life, but the beautiful thing about these sessions is that we will have things show up the way they need to show up, and we will process through them with a lot of love, and see what happens. Sometimes going through a healing session, things are, like I said, happening in the background because of what we're doing. And that's a great thing. We don't always have to dig into the nitty-gritty details in a session. We just get to follow the direction, and as we follow those instructions and navigate what comes up, the healing is happening. So, of course, it's up to you to to choose things and to visualize things and to use tools. But that's where it gets exciting, because you have healing gifts. You may not know that yet, but we all do. We're all given gifts of healing. We just get to tap into them and learn how to use them. And so one of my goals is to give you some tools so that you can go home, and when you have something come up or an issue or you're dealing with it on your own, you have some tools you can use and rely on to help you get through the moment. So this is an educational type of session. We'll be using your mind a lot. We'll be using your heart. We'll be tapping into energy, as well as, here's the next part. If you're not familiar with this, then you will learn that there are beings around us. Some of them are in a good space. They're angels. They have positive intentions. And there are those who are, let's just say it, they're evil. They have intentions to hurt, to deceive, to block, to control, to lie. That's what they do. And most of the world knows we've got those forces. You know, we've seen people joke about the angel on the shoulder and the devil on the shoulder. And that's just real. Those beings are around us and they're trying to influence us. Obviously, angels, the good ones, are intending on helping us and doing good and inspiring us and reminding us of truth. The evil ones obviously are trying to hurt us and block us and trip us up, right? So in our sessions, we get to learn how to discern between which influences and words and voices are good and which ones aren't. And that's just going to be a process. And so give yourself space to practice. There are times when there are certain spirits that will show up who will make themselves known. Whether you're aware or not, it depends on if you are able to hear that or feel that. But if I feel it, I will encourage you to cast them out. You have the power to do that, and I will show you how to do it. Just your intention, depart, leave. Like, you have the power to get them out of your space. And that will be important, because when you're wanting revelation and clarity, when you're wanting to heal, they might show up to try and stop you. And you may not know this, but that's something that happens. And so whenever you're wanting to heal, clear your space, cast out, get rid of them, and welcome in the good. One of the things I encourage people to do is play holy music, peaceful music. Those evil spirits don't really like that. And so we want to create beautiful energy in our space so that we can attract more positive things. If there is something in your life that is amiss and some better choices need to be made, or if your room is unorganized, or your home, or there's things causing some extra stress, we can talk through that and help you get organized and balanced and create a space where more positive and good can show up for you. The next thing, as we're talking about angels, there are real people in the spirit realm who love you and care about you. Ancestors, like so many people. And sometimes they will want to show up in your session. This is not a woo-woo thing. This is real. They really exist, and they are already a part of your life. You just may not know it yet. Some of you have connected with your loved ones on the other side of the veil, and some of you haven't yet. And this is a really special thing that often shows up in sessions, is this beautiful connection with those you love and those who love you in the spirit realm. And as you're open, you might be able to receive messages from them, some guidance, just maybe important information. So that is another really, really special part of doing this healing work, is being able to connect with, I call, our heavenly team in the spirit realm. So these are just a few things that can come up in our sessions and that we may focus on. There are lots and lots of tools that we can use and that you can take home with you and try out. You'll also be discovering what works for you, what's best for you, which positive affirmations really click for you, how to handle emotional situations that have been difficult for you in the past. There are so many things we can do. One of the joys for me is I feel deeply honored to be serving you in this way and to be a witness of what shows up for you, how God shows his love for you by guiding us through our session in a certain way. It's really, really exciting. And I have a very sacred feeling about sessions because this is a sacred space. Your personal life, your feelings and emotions, your traumas, all of that is really, really sacred and special. And I honor that and respect that, and so does God. And all of us get to be a witness in this private session of your uniqueness, your value and importance, and the love that is already yours. It's really, really, really beautiful. And I love being able to be a part of that with you. So if you've had a session with me, I'd love for you to come back and we can work on more stuff together. If you are new, I'm excited to meet you and serve you in whatever way we're meant to experience in our session. So feel free to reach out and send me a message. Ask whatever questions you have. If you'd like to do a quick little intro call to get to know me a little better, we can do that. Hopefully these videos give you an idea of who I am and how I do healing work. I do it with Christ. We're a team, and I am so grateful to have been privileged to walk a healing path with him, and I'm very excited to offer you that experience as well. I love you, and I'm ready to work with you when you are. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for listening.